can't believe I'm all alone tonight.
She messaged, asking if I was asleep. I replied that sleep comes easily when trust does. She wrote back saying she was running late. I told her the door was locked, just like always. There was a pause before she typed again. She asked if I heard anything strange. I told her the house was completely quiet. She sent a nervous laugh through text. I asked her why she sounded so worried. She said I was just imagining things. I replied that imagination always needs a hint to get started. She stopped responding for a while after that. Then, the distinct sound of keys echoed through the hallway. My phone buzzed at the exact same moment. She had typed that she was still at work. I just stared at the screen, not answering. A soft whisper floated from the direction of the door. Another voice replied in a tone I didn't recognize at all. My hand stayed steady, despite the shock running through me. I texted back asking who she was with. She replied that she was alone. So, I asked her to read that message out loud. Silence. Silence filled the room, and silence filled the chat. Footsteps hesitated right outside the bedroom door. She typed that I was being unfair. I told her that honesty ends unfairness pretty quickly. The whispering outside turned into hurried, heavy breathing. I asked if her friend needed a glass of water. She accused me of mocking her. I simply replied that the truth often feels like mockery to those who are hiding from it. The door creaked open slowly. She froze when she saw me awake, sitting there. Her phone vibrated again in her hand. I asked her to introduce us. She said there was nothing to explain. I told her that explanations only appear when lies fail. The man behind her cleared his throat. I greeted him calmly, looking past her through the doorway. He looked confused, incredibly embarrassed. She demanded that I stop acting so calm. I said that calm is what arrives after you finally know the truth. She asked how long I had suspected. I replied that suspicion starts with patterns, with things not adding up. She claimed it meant nothing. I told her that nothing doesn't sneak into the house in the middle of the night. The man apologized, his eyes fixed on the floor. I thanked him for the honesty that she had skipped. She shouted that I was humiliating her. I said lies humiliate themselves. I wasn't doing anything. She asked what I wanted now. I said I wanted to sleep without secrets. She accused me of ending everything. I replied that she had already done that. The man started to step back, moving toward the front door. She begged me not to make this any harder. I told her that difficulty grows from denial. She reached out, trying to touch my arm. I stepped away, gently but firmly. She said we could fix this. I asked her to fix the truth first. She started crying, saying that people make mistakes. I replied that choices repeat themselves until they are stopped. The hallway suddenly felt colder than before. The man finally left without another word. She slumped onto the couch, completely defeated. She asked if I hated her. I told her that hate requires an effort I no longer had to give. She whispered that she was afraid. I said that fear follows dishonesty very closely. She asked what happens next. I said tomorrow would be quieter. She said she couldn't sleep here tonight. I told her to take whatever she needed. She packed a bag in total silence. Her phone kept lighting up on the table, unanswered. She paused at the door, her hand on the knob. She said she never meant to hurt me. I replied that meaning doesn't erase the damage. The door closed with a soft click. I sat alone, just listening to the sound of my own breath. The chat screen on my phone stayed open and empty. I archived the conversation instead of deleting it. A reminder. Outside, the night somehow felt lighter. Inside my chest, I felt steady. I realized that clarity makes very little noise. Betrayal always ends loudly, but healing whispers. I turned off the light without any fear. Sleep finally arrived, naturally, peacefully. Morning would bring questions from others, I knew that. But I already had my answers. The story ended right there, where silence finally felt safe again. Peace stayed, even after the chat was gone. Thanks for listening. If this story resonated with you, consider subscribing for more.